Hi, it's Kamil here. In this video I would like to tell you about limiting beliefs. So there are lots of people talking about limiting beliefs, that we need to get rid of them, how to identify them. But I think an important aspect that they don't mention, that actually everything, practically everything, is a belief. So some things that we take as a fact, that's also a belief. And why it is important? Because there is a trap here, and I'm going to explain to you. So a fact is that 2 plus 2 is 4. But if we look at it from a very pragmatic point of view, or theoretical maybe more theoretical, then we can realize that that's also a belief based on our knowledge. So we have a knowledge of mathematical system that we have devised, and based on that knowledge, we believe that 2 plus 2 is 4. And because we believe in this so deeply that nobody has ever challenged that, except for some, experiments. Nobody has challenged that. We treat it as a fact, but really that's a belief. Now, why it is important? So imagine there are lots of things that you believe that are stopping you, and some of them are so-called facts, and that's fine. But you know what? If they are stopping you, why do you believe in them anymore? If you believe that. I'll give you an extreme example, that gravity is stopping you, stop believing into gravity. Obviously you probably won't be able to avoid gravity, but if that's a belief that stops you, then stop believing in gravity. Now, why would I say something so extreme? It's because most of the things that we think are facts are really not facts, or are based on some kind of beliefs, weaker or stronger, but a belief. So you might believe that it's a good idea to be courteous to people, to say hello, good morning, goodbye, but if that's stopping you from achieving what you want to be, then change that belief. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm saying that, yeah, it's absolutely a good thing to be, gentle with people, courteous, acknowledging them. It's absolutely fantastic. But what I want you to consider is how that belief affects you. Challenge your own beliefs, every belief that you have. So don't limit yourself to some things like obvious. So people might be teaching you that if you believe that money is bad, money is evil, you're not going to have money. And that's fair enough. And these are kind of obvious limiting beliefs. But there are many limiting beliefs in your life that you do not see, because some of them seem like facts. So I want you to consider that even things that are facts can also be limiting you. And you still have a choice to stop believing in them, or you can still believe in them but behave as if you didn't. So let's say you might believe that, let me think of a good example. Nothing comes to my mind. But okay, let's say you might believe that saving money is really important to make a fortune, yeah? So you can still believe in that, but behave for a while as if you didn't believe, and create a different belief. Maybe create a belief that investing money is a good way, to create a fortune. And although you don't believe it, just start investing and see what happens. Yeah. Obviously, be reasonable. Be responsible, maybe not necessarily reasonable. Be unreasonable. That's okay, but be responsible for your actions. And do it consciously. So I don't really believe that investing will bring me lots of money, but I will act as if I do. And I'm not talking actually about money. This is an example only, yeah? Money is an example, but you can apply it to any area of your life, yeah? So don't limit yourself, another limiting belief, just to money, but to anything, to relationships, with your family, friends, or I don't know, to your career, whatever there is that stops you, examine what are your beliefs and what can you change, what can you experiment with. Well, I trust that was helpful. I found quite a lot of limiting beliefs in my life by analyzing things like this, and I changed them, and then I realized that in many of those that I thought were facts were not really facts. They were just some kind of stories in my head, something that I made up with. But it's so difficult to distinguish facts from stories that you really need to look at that, and one of the best ways is to ask other people. And not necessarily the same people. Friends are good to ask if you want to ask them about your behavior, your behavioral patterns, because they will tell you, yeah, you do that annoying thing, and if many friends tell you this, then obviously there's something, here to have a look at. But you can also ask people that don't know you very well, or are from a completely different environment, people at work who are not really your friends, just colleagues, that you talk, they kind of know you, but you're not really friends. They might have a different perspective on different things. People from completely different environments. I don't know, if you're not a businessman, go to meet some businessmen. If you're not a scientist, go and meet some scientists, you know, and see what they would say about certain things in your life. Challenge yourself all the time. Well, I guess that was helpful for many of you. Leave me some comments and let's see what we can do about our limiting beliefs. Cheers!